Oh shit. Give me 1 second, y'all. What's up? Connect to that shit. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. You make me look left and right. Check. Look left and right. Check. Look left and right. Check. Look left and right. With the good fight. Fuck you all night. I can't even lie that that pussy so tight. Turn. Just first nigga, I'm gonna flower right. For righteous cause. For my black cause. Check. Every time I see the light, I hit that stupid bitch. Bitch, nigga, with just first ain't no on no hasty shit. Check. Put the two together like I piece of shit. Check. Me, let's get the pretty bitches like this shit. Check. Oh well, fell into a hell. Yeah, slaying demons on the regular like bells. Alright, fell hard, probably the cause. Cause she barely fucked up and need a bit of a cause. Yeah, I'm going rock inside this bitch, I'm playing songs. Yeah, the what they talking about, like how he kicked his lawn. Yeah, I cut it up the blade of you can see this pond. Yeah, I'm not a missing, but you know I control the light. Yeah, turn. You make me look left and right. Yeah, look left and right. Yeah, look left and right. Yeah, look left and right. Yeah. Ooh, when you come you make me look left and right. Turn, look left and right. Turn, look left and right. Turn, look left and right. Shining light inside the darkness, know I beat the shit. Just for season when I'm capable of moving shit. Girl, let's head out to the islands like the violent shit. But the only witness on my mind is when that crazy shit. Don't be mad if it's getting you a check. On a plane, but these pussies getting wet. You thought you trade, but the wasn't even sweat. A homo bitch, you better finna get on your neck. Yeah, check. I'm the 6 stars hanging on my neck. Turn, bitch, I'm just bars floating through her hands. Check, you know, right? Niggas probably be that much. Turn, so probably riding flights like you're on the jet. Yeah. Ooh, you come now. You make me look left and right. Look left and right. Look left and right. Look left and right. Yeah. Ooh, you come now. You make me look left and right. Look left and right. Look left and right. Look left and right. Yeah, I say. You make me wanna look left and right all day, like how? You make me wanna look left and right all day, like how? Yeah. Check that shit up. What's up with y'all? Just Spark Star Pilot back in this motherfucking check it out. You know what I'm saying? Well, let me just make sure we go on the live bit. Bro, YouTube's on that bullshit again. YouTube on that bullshit again. Uh, oh shit. All right, y'all. What's up with y'all? Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Real shit. So yeah, elemental teamwork qualities. You know what I'm saying? Now, you may have wondered why I needed elemental teamwork qualities. You know what I'm saying? Well, this is kind of the aspect of understanding since air and earth Those are like the dry, what the practical dry signs. Like Earth will be dry, air. Okay, Earth will be dry, air will be uh, somewhere I'm looking for communicative. So it's kind of like the how I say it, the thinkers. So those will be the thinking signs. You know what I'm saying? Thinking the practical, practical, practical signs. So yeah. So anyway, yeah. So with Mars and Jupiter and Gemini, trine Moon and Mercury and Venus and Virgo, that's going to be the space of where where the things we come together with, the things we try to put together, like anything with, let's say we got like a business we're trying to put together, you know what I'm saying? We may worry about it, and we may worry about it and be overly passionate about it, thinking it's the right thing to do, and not knowing that's since the moon is in Virgo, our emotions are going to be thinking a lot about certain things that may not make sense. Like we may be thinking of shit. We may be thinking about shit that will lead us to, like, that will lead us to um get our like passions going, or our teaching qualities going, or whatever like that. But it's like whatever you're doing, you want to know how to look at it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like no matter what you're doing with these kind of elements, you want to be in space where the teamwork qualities, like basically the the energies in the sky is going to be doing all the work. And if you know how to use these planets for your working qualities, like if you know how to make these things work for you, then you know that, you know by default, you know what I'm saying, the moon, uh Venus or Mercury doesn't do quite well in Virgo. Sorry, I'm tripping. The moon and Venus doesn't do quite good in Virgo, but Mercury does. You know what I'm saying? So Mercury doing good in Virgo with are the things that we think about. We may think, like I said, we may think about, like, um our our job, our stability, our practicality, all that thing, all that stuff. But if we're not aware that the elemental quantities of these aspects may not lead us towards the right way of how to look at it, like if we're are we lagging? Hello? Hold on, let me restart this. You good? You good? I think we good. Yeah, just my end. My bad. That's probably my end. Yeah, that's my end. My bad. That's probably mine. Yeah, that was mine. What the fuck? Yeah. So what the fuck? Well, anyway, yeah. So with this elemental teamwork qualities, you know what I'm saying? This is gonna be basically the planets doing all the work instead of us. So it's gonna be like, if we know how to use these planets for ourselves, then we'll be in the right side of energy. Like it, like once the planets is like, because usually when we got when we got the motherfucking planets, and triple signs at once, like as Mars, Jupiter, and well not triple signs, but when I'm talking about the Virgo element, Moon, Mercury, and Venus is both in is that's three planets in the same house. So that's uh that's three, that's the three. Why are we lagging? Bro, this shit is annoying me. Anyway, so that's the three processes of how you can look at it. So the whole thing of with the energies is kind of understanding that, you know what I'm saying, if you know how to utilize these energies for yourself, then you get lost in. I'm gonna break down each. I know I'm gonna break down each planet by itself before I get into the whole elemental energies about it. But but I want to make this point first. So it's like once you're looking at these things, you'll be in a space of where if you're not going planting the right kind of seeds for your transitions in the sky, like for your transitions in the sky, if you're not going through the right stargates, the right portals, then you'll be in a space of where you're not. It's not clicking for you when these energies are trying to. The teamwork element is trying to quality itself. You know what I'm saying? You know that saying, quantity, quality over quantity. It's kind of like that. If your quality isn't right within your astrological elemental process of it, then you won't be right within the external process of it, because your planets are your internal nations. Your external is your external planetations alignments. So these are all sort of the one thing, but you know your first body is the mind. So once you understand the first body being the mind, they understand that these are controlling the actual energies down here in the sky. So look at the planets as your minds. So um once you look at your planets as the mind, you'll be in a space of where you're looking at it the right way and you're seeing it how it's supposed to be seen. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? No matter what you're doing, you want to be looking at it from the right percentage level. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why I forgot it, but what y'all know what it means when I don't know why how I forgot it, because I'm all my mind. I'm thinking about my next point, but I forgot how to explain this outlook right here. But y'all know what's called when y'all got a lot both of the same planets in one house or one sign. Y'all know what's called that's kind of the energies of what's going on within the Virgo house. Uh, so I don't know why I forgot it, but yeah, y'all know what it's called. Anyway, so it's kind of like within that I'm trying to think of it. God damn, because it's gonna lead me to my next point. But god damn it. Um, well, forget about it. Probably wasn't meant to be. I probably wasn't meant to explain that outlook of it. But let me get to my next point. Anyway, so yeah, Mars and Gemini. So the things we're passionate about when what we're doing, we're going to be in the outlook of where our passions are going to be mutable air. So the mutable air element is going to be what we're doing is going to be leading towards our initiating or procrastinating energies. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you're officially initiating within your elemental energies, you're going to be in a space of where if you don't know how to initiate it in the right percentage of levels, you won't be in a space of where the current energies in the house won't be going in your favor. So if you like, it's like Mars is your passions, your sexual passions, all that shit. What drives you? You know what I'm saying? They also tie the Mars elemental like to sports, to all that shit, because that's your root chakra. Mars is like your root chakra. You know what I'm saying? It's the Aries, but it's also the Scorpio too. So Mars is home in Aries. Well, right. Well, it's home in Aries. No, Mars. Yeah. So Mars is home in Aries. Mars is exalted in the first house, home in the fifth house. Um, and then the eighth house, it does good in the eighth house. I don't know. I don't. Well, I'm all over the place, man. I can't even. But I know what these things are. It's just that everything in my mind is in reverse. So when I try to put it down here, that things don't shit's not don't. I don't know. But it's like in my mind, it's just all making sense. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know how I'm coming. But yeah, um. So it does well. It does good in Scorpio. It does good in the first house. It does good. It does good. So it rises. It's home in the first house, and it's home in Aries. It's hold on. It's home in Aries. All right. It's it's
Exalted in Aries, home in Scorpio. It's away in uh, damn, it's away in Gemini. No, it's away in Taurus. It falls in. Well, I'm not. Anyway, let's move it up. Anyway, it's I want to get this right because nigga, okay. If y'all haven't clearly noticed, I'm clearly playing out the energies in the sky right now. So it's kind of I hate when I because the reason why I got brain fog is I can't remember I can't remember what you call the when you got a lot of planets in that certain house, and I forgot what you call it, and I don't know how I forgot it. It's a damn. It's like when you got more than two planets in the same house. That's gonna lead me to remembering that because that's astro. I'll be so. Astrology is real, but when you're so spiritual, when you're in the spiritual realm, like I'm gonna give you an example. So I was last night. I was like in the esoteric realm, right? And I was looking at certain things on where like certain. I was just looking at the ways on how humans try to run the world. You know what I'm saying? Run the world. So I was in it. I was in the esoteric realm. I was looking at it, and like when I seen the certain programmings that humans use to like run shit, I seen where they use all these terms like with ology and astrology, biology, and all those ologies in it, right? And I was like, and because I was looking at certain things and like because I was in the equilibrium of it, I was looking at it from the process of where like these things would make sense in the physical realm. You know what I'm saying? And when you're in between, you start to look at things like things don't even be real. So it's like the things that make sense in the spiritual realm can make sense in the physical realm, but if you have a way on how you can artillery it, whatever you look, what I want to look for, artillery it, and when you do that, it's like when you're there and you're looking at certain things, the things you're looking at eventually, it's like I don't know, it's like they play out they play out the same way, but you gotta like it's like you gotta look at it in a certain in a certain way. So let me get to my point. So I say that to say this: when y'all are looking at things like astrology, and you hear individuals talk about astrology isn't real, astrology is nah, it's not what you see, it's how you see it. So to know astrology, you know that the total outlook of astrology is is seen it as in how where the houses is, where the signs is, where the planets is. You know what I'm saying? So we got the first through the 12th house. We know first house is Aries, Taurus. First house is Aries, second house is Taurus, and I'm not gonna break that down. Y'all know all that shit. Once you know that, you're in a space of where you're seeing it from the point of view of where a human was to what space they were to look at the astrological element and make it make sense. Because like I got I got my own astrology because I make my own religion. I made my own religion, and I've been to this. So it's like the way I see certain things. It's not to say that I changed where the signs are. Like, oh, Mars is rules the second. No, it's the story. No, I don't do. No, it's that when you're in that space, you see it from the perception of where you can make something happen within the same elemental process of understanding the sun transitions. And we understand that from that point of view, you start to see it as in the whole perception of that point of view becomes like the real thing, like becomes the real thing in the spiritual realm. I mean, in the spiritual realm, and it plays out in the physical realm. So it's like once you're looking at it from that point of view, it's like you have no choice but to come up with your own ways and how you see something, like your own practical logic and how you see something. And it's like it's like I don't know, I know, but it's like when you're looking at something, the whole thing makes you come up with certain other trains of thoughts, and you can see where a human was at to make something in that sense of terms, to make something in that terms. So I guess I like, and I do it subconsciously. Like when I go my esoteric binder, my esoteric notebook, it's like when I'm doing these things, I know what I'm doing because I understand the as above, so below transits. I'm not gonna get into my witchcraft. I'm not even get into all that. We get to back to astrology, but if yeah, so yeah, so Jupiter and Gemini, you know what I'm saying? With Jupiter and Gemini, you know, wisdom, our knowledge, the way we like the way that we gain our like wisdom and things of that nature is gonna be in Gemini. So Gemini is gonna be you know, saying Gemini is the way we come together within the air elemental process. So Jupiter does good in and Sagittarius, Pisces, all those houses. You know what I'm saying? Um um all and things of that nature. So when you're looking at it from that point of view, you start to see that, you know what I'm saying, when it's in that Gemini house, our wisdom and knowledge, we're gonna be try to relate that to whatever we have in our in our a job, home, friend, association, environmental energies, and we're gonna be processing the element within how that relates to the outside. You know what I'm saying? The outside, from the outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? And when you're looking at things like that, you start to realize that the whole perception, the whole point of view within the elemental process of the Mars and Jupiter and Gemini in general is that, you know what I'm saying, that's all going to lead us to having to sustain something reality terms, reality, and sustain something in a reality basis of what it means to be an individual in our own point of way, in our way of thinking and feeling and coming together and making these things work for itself, work for each other, and you use these things as an elemental tool to work for you. So when you're looking at it from that point of view, the whole thing becomes more simple in that term. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you're looking at it from that point of view, you're in space aware. Now, when you see it like that, the like the whole process becomes more simpler, if that, to make it make sense. But anyway, yeah. So now with when Moon and Virgo, with the Moon and Virgo, it's going to be our um how where our emotions are going to be, is we're going to be more emotionally about what can what we may stress about. So we may be emotional about stressing. So however we play that out in our real life, it's going to be and initiated and pushed further within the mercury elements, because we're going to be thinking about that about more frequently, and try to make that more reality senses. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like with the moon and mercury both in Virgo, and when you're looking at it from that point of view, that those terms of process, those ways of looking, you know, the moon moves fast. Mercury moves kind of a little bit faster. Venus takes is a little bit. It takes its time, but it's still like when you look at these from the sun elemental way of how you look at it, then you start to know what sign means something. So you know when they're talking about Mars, Mars isn't really a real, like Mars. All these things aren't real planets, but when you're looking at it from the sun point of view, the sun would represent the sun going from the first house I mean, rising from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. will be Mars. That will be Mars in the sky. You know what I'm saying? Mercury from I'm not Mercury. Sorry, I said Mercury. Venus will damn. Try to think. All right, so 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. will be Venus. So that'll be the Venus in the sky, but it's really the sun, but we call it Venus. You know what I'm saying? And it'll be specifically be the nighttime of Venus. You know what I'm saying? And when you get to the 10 o'clock to 12 a.m., 10 a.m. to 12 a.m., that'll be Mercury. You know what I'm saying? And once you and then you go it goes so on and so forth, and you start to calculate it. So these are what we're calling the planets, those things in the sky. So the reason why these things don't move as fast as the moon is because the sun in general takes its time to move. You know what I'm saying? The sun in general. That's why they created this what's that calendar? You know the calendar they created. God damn, I can't even think about that too. Damn, the calendar, the certain calendar they created. Um, and when you understand that, you're in a space of where that's why they have certain ways in how you look at it from that point of view for the sun transitions. You know what I'm saying? So that's why even when they say the beginning of the year starts on January 1st, we know that's not the beginning of the year. We know, like, if you're into the astrological elements, that's like that would be Capricorn or Aquarius. No, it's Capricorn. January 1st, that'd be like Capricorn. And then when you're looking at it from that perception, it'll be it depends on where it is in January. But specifically when they say it starts on January 1st, then you understand that um that's where you look at it from the but that's not the beginning of the year. You know what I'm saying? That will be the elemental that will be the more at the beginning of the year to really starts in the March point of view. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it from that perception, you look at it from the right way and how you look at it. You know what I'm saying? So even the way they say it, March, when you're marching, it's like an allegory of looking at it from the perception of where Aries would ram. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? It's like that's the real shit. But yeah, I don't know how I got to that point. And let me get back to my So anyway, so and then with the Venus and Virgo, our loves, what we may compromise with, we may stress too much about that. You know what I'm saying? Because the Mercury is gonna make us think about it a lot, but the Venus is gonna make us stress about what we love and what we're so for example, like you may be doing something like you may have this one cousin that you do all your shit with. Like y'all may play video games together, y'all may play basketball together, y'all may play whatever, and then for some reason, and for let's say Thanksgiving, you couldn't make it to Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? And that certain cousin that you be doing everything together with, they're in a space of where like they're like, yeah, Thanksgiving is cool, but if you were here, it would be way more fun because you make it lit. Like it's like that. It's like that energy. I know we're not Thanksgiving, but I'm just this is an example. If you type anything, like if you go to Disneyland and you know what I'm saying, so shit like that. But I'm let's tie it to Disneyland. Let's say I'm in Disneyland. It's lit, but it would be so much more fun if you were here because you make everything lit. And it's like, and that's the Mercury thinking. Venus made what you love. The moon is your emotions. So it's like all that ties together, and all that three elements makes that thing makes that thing all come together in a space of where it all matters. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so it's like, so once you look at these things in that point of view, things become more simpler in that term, because when you're looking at planets like actual humans on Earth, you understand that's where they came up with the allegory to make up planets in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we all make these certain uh what's that word I'm looking for? Sayings about these things. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, once you're looking at these things the right way, you're in a space of where like these things all like when you understand astrology is the way of how you look at how people are actually interacting in general. Like astrology would be like your like I said, it would be the space of where when you're in the equilibrium space, you look at the astronomy as the operative, the astrology as the speculative. Operative will be the physical, so that's what you're looking at in the outside realm. You know what I'm saying? Speculative will be the astrology, that's the internal and realm. So when you understand this, like that's why it's good to know your astrology. You know what I'm saying, Mazarov. You know what I'm saying? Because when you know your astrology, you're in a space of where you're looking at it from the what perceptions of where you see where these things are uh make sense for you and you only. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's good to look at these things the right way. You know what I'm saying? Instead of looking at these things the false way. You know what I'm saying? When you look at these things the right way, these things start to happen and start to lead more in your favor when you're doing certain things in your elemental process. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know, maybe when you're deep into this shit, things like things like when you're like life and going and just experiencing becomes way more fun. Like things just become fun. So it's like you're the individual, you don't mind being dolo. You know what I'm saying? You don't mind being on your own. You don't mind being like it's like because like I said, when you understand the astrological, like especially if you know what's going on in the sky. Let's say we have Venus and Aries, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna love being on our own. You know what I'm saying? Aries is like the lone wolf. You know what I'm saying? We I know we call it the ram, but if you're in the way and how if you would create the astrology on your own, you would come up with different signs and different ways in how to look at these elements. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you're looking at it from the perception of where if you would look at an Aries as a lone wolf, and you would look at Venus as let's say you look at Venus as a let's say I'm trying to think. Let's say look at Venus as coffee. You know what I'm saying? I know it sounds funny, but not like coffee beans. You know what I'm saying? You would see it as like America. You know how to say America runs on coffee. America loves coffee. You know, so that's like an allegory of the understanding the Venus transitions, the Venus. But I'm not gonna break all that shit down. So it's like because even the logo. Let me see if I look up Dunkin' Donuts logo. If I can show it to you on the phone. Oh, what? How the fuck they took me here? But yeah, even the logo, if I'm correct, and this is not me looking at. This is me going in it like free, like naked. I don't pay attention to the logo, but I bet you it has something to do with Venus. Where's the one with the dude running? Am I tripping? Wasn't that the sign, or did they change it? They probably changed it. What the fuck? Yeah, America. So they changed it, but let me see if I can. Okay, now let me go to the regular one. But yeah, if you look at it, let me see if y'all see that. Oh shit, y'all see that? So see this that you would see that as the zodiac. Let me see the zodiac wheel, and the left side will be the above the left brain. The right side will be the right brain. So you will look at the middle as the like the coffee where the coffee's at as the separating the two halves. So that's like separate. That's like using So it's like that's really a looking up. You understand the above the horizon and the below the horizon, and it's like you almost it's like you. But really, when you're looking at it, you're looking at the like the zodiac wheel, the zodiac wheel. So it's in reverse on the phone, but it's on reverse on the computer. But this side right here, let me see, left. So that would be the daytime. This the pink one will be the nighttime. And what do we tie colors to? We tie the pink to love, right? So even on the cup, the pink is on the right, orange is on the left. Orange would be the day, pink would be the nighttime. So if you understand, so it's really allegory of the I would say it's really the allegory of the fall time, the Libra, and it's like where is it? Yeah, I didn't even know they changed it, but yeah, it's just like it's like that in a nutshell. So it's like to make it simple, you're looking at the zodiac wheel and you're looking at both halves of the above and below the horizon, and the coffee in the middle is separating that and make you pay attention to the Leo and in the Sag elements and in the Capricorn. So it's making you pay attention to uh uh above will be Raphael. The left below would be Uriel. Right would be Gabriel, and Michael will be you don't really Michael will be the spring. But let me not go too far in that. You know what I'm saying? But you see, when you look at everything spiritual, things become so much simple. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, real shit. Anyway, that shit getting cold now. Fuck. I don't like when it gets cold. But yeah, things of that nature. But yeah. So it's like whatever we're doing in life, we're all getting like when we get to that main point, that main objective of making the like making the shadows comply to what we got going on, that we start to make shit simpler for us. You know what I'm saying? They use the astrological elements to try to control us. You know what I'm saying? But they're getting weaker with their powers. You know what I'm saying? Because the new Masons, the new Jews, they're our age. So it's like they don't what they're trying to do is uphold uh their forefathers, but they can't even do that because they don't have the mind state to do that. So it's like we're here, us as the people. Let's say like they like instead of us complaining about our job and our work, we got to complain to the government. You know what I'm saying? And complain to them. Tell them to start making our checks bigger. Tell them to start paying us and some shit. Pay us to like where's the 50,000? Stop paying us this kind of money. I got cash out. My cash up is let's see my cash up. My cash up is JT8880. First the cash sign JT8880. So if I don't see 50,000 in my cash app, then y'all not serious. You know what I'm saying? Start asking them to start paying us. Start asking them to start doing this shit for us instead of us complaining to our job or complaining to our parents or complaining to our friends and complaining to our associations, our all that shit. Complaining to all these people that aren't that don't got the power. You know what I'm saying? If the shadows talking about we they want us to vote, tell them start pay us to vote. Put the 50,000, give us $50,000 to vote. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why it's so hard. Like goddamn, like if we start putting the pressure on them to make us start doing the things that we want them to do, it's like look at them as the internal what's that one? I'm not internal, the external real life managers. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at them as the real life managers, you start to see them as the right way. Like you look at them as a space of where, oh shit, these individuals, they're human. So think of a handful of what things a human would do to start working with us. You know what I'm saying? Like what did you do to get your job? You signed that. You did the application. You went in for an interview. You talked to them like a normal person. I'm not human. I'm not a person, but I'm speaking. I'm speaking in general for the world. You talking to them like a normal person, and you said, yeah, I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm looking to make this kind of money. Put that same energy to the actual government, to the shadows, and tell them, yo, give me. I want $50,000 for the vote. You know what I'm saying? If I'm to vote, I need $50,000. Put that $50,000 in my bank account. Put that $50,000 in my Cash App. Put that whatever y'all have, Zelle, Cash App, PayPal, whatever. Start putting the shit below your YouTube thing. You know what I'm saying? And start being energies like that. You know what I'm saying? We need shit like that instead of us being liberation. Feed me, feed me, feed me. We gotta be in real life where we just like letting them know, like, bro, let's do it. Let's get this shit going. Let's start shaking ass now. Let's start doing the right thing in the right way. How you look at it, instead of us being in the lostness thinking we gotta be doing some other shit. So it's like no matter what we're doing, we're all doing the same thing. We just gotta know how to do it the right way. So yeah, it's like I don't know. We gotta look at it the right way. So it's like we put our energies in the right spaces and how we're supposed to be seeing. So we start saying 100,000. We'll start voting. Like didn't Kamala Harris get 71 million? You tell me you can't give us 20,000 each, 50,000 each. That ain't shit to 70 million. That's chunk change. That's like a penny to like oh my god. I don't even like real content creators online doing this shit. Real people doing shit in the real world, getting their name out, all that shit. If you're in your town, if you're in your city, if you're in your state, if you're in America and you're doing something, like start making these individuals like bow down to you or something. Like make them feel like the right thing to do. Like this is the way that they get good karma back. That is the like they wouldn't write about these things karma if they didn't believe in shit like this. So make them feel like this is some good karma they're doing in order for us to get to start paying us like for our votes or things of that nature. Because in reality, I'm gonna be real with you. When I was traveling, I see nigga, nobody gives a fuck about politics. Bro, nobody gives a fuck about like literally it's so bad that they inflate all these views. They inflate all these things. Like I don't know, like when they do it, it shit don't be adding up. Like I said, I was traveling last night. I was looking at things and I was seeing like, bro, like the certain programming that they try to uplift or like put out. Humans aren't even falling. Humans like dumbass like a dumbass human let's say the dumbest human ever will be like, and let's say there is a human still into politics. They would be in a space where they would be like, I don't like Trump or Biden, man. I fuck with I gotta see what Kamala. Sorry if I Kamala land. It's like I gotta see what Kamala is about. It's like but where it stops is that. But if she's not about shit, then I don't really give a fuck about politics at this point. That's where the dumbest. That's what's literally what the dumbest humans is coming up with those conclusions right now. Like literally, like it's getting so bad for them that like this shit is falling so bad. And this is like the prophecy that they were speaking about. Like usually like when they have certain prophecies, they be keep saying in the Bible and certain things like prophets and things that name that it's like certain prophecies they be having, and it's like usually they know how to control when shit like this happen, but really they don't care because they have the ability to get views or like all that shit like that. And when they're doing things, I'll be lagging when they're doing things like that. When they're doing things like that, it's like their whole thing, like the whole perception, the whole point, the whole like the whole way of how to do it is that they're doing it because this is the only way that we seem to like. It's like they're scraping the littlest the littlest thing to scrap to themselves. That's really that's how bad it is. Like it's really that bad. If y'all could see it, then y'all would know what I'm talking. It's like, oh man, I wish I could just explain it. I mean, I'm explaining it, but I wish I can like really take y'all there and show y'all what I seen. It's like I don't know. It's like it's deep. And it's like the whole point, like the whole perception of what they think real power is, it's just an illusion. And it's fucked up because they, I mean, they know this shit right here is an illusion, but they're putting double blindfolds over them. It's like they know they got a blindfold, but they're putting double blindfolds under themselves and making it seem like, oh shit, like this shit is deep. Like this shit is weird. Like this, like where the fuck? Why is no one not paying attention to us? Like where's our power going? It's like why people care more about content creators. And like that's what I'm saying. Like like start paying content, like stop pay if you want us to like hush money. Like where the 100,000? Where the 100,000 at? We're cash up us 100,000, and I know how to act real good. You know what I'm saying? Did y'all see my Star Pilot Slave for God album on my YouTube? You know what I'm saying? When I was acting when I was like what the first half of the act, I was like what did I say? Oh yeah, time to go in the dirty world. I was explaining to myself where I'm from. I'm now time when you're in the seventh, eighth, ninth dimension. When you create a mind, you're coming into that mind body now. So you got to get dirty. It's impossible for you not to get dirt on you, have dirtiness on you. So it's like, in order for me to get back where I'm at, I got to know where I came from. So it's kind of like it's kind of like what's it called? It's like uh what's that word I'm looking for? I can't. It's kind of like a thing. Like I don't know why I can't think of it, but it's kind of thing. So, but anyway, so when I'm in when I'm in the seventh, eighth, ninth dimension, I gotta create a mind because once you create awareness, you get dirty. You become dirty. You know what I'm saying? So this is just one of my forms. I'm doing this in. So once I do that, I'm doing a space of where now I'm coming into a realm of reality. You know what I'm saying? And I'm seeing, and now it's me being the angel, looking at it from a perception of where I'm supposed to be seeing. I'm supposed to be seeing something, like I'm supposed to be seeing what my creations are. So when the dude talks about angel, yeah, and angelus, Latin word or Greek word, whatever they're talking about, Latin word for angel, it's marvelous. It's me talking to myself. I'm telling myself, oh shit, I'm an angel. Like I'm an angel. Like even though I knew this, but it's like I'm an angel, and this is me talking about my. It's you know what I'm saying. So it's like once you start talking to yourself about it, you can see the different ways and how even not only do my songs mean a bunch of different things, even my acting skills means a whole bunch of different things. So that's why you can hear it and see myself. Okay, oh shit, here we go, boom. I'm not that. I'm creating my mind. Big ass spirit creating my. So everything I'm looking at becomes the whole thing. Like, oh shit! Now I'm looking at I'm internalizing this thing, and it's like brightness, closeness, distance, brightness, dimness, all that shit playing a role within itself. So it's like it's deep. You know what I'm saying? And then once you get to blow it out, later in the album, shit starts happening, and and then you start to, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't even know how I got to that point. Oh yeah, because some of the shadows. So yeah, they're losing power. So it's like they got prophecies, but I got prophecies too. We all got prophecies. Don't get lost in the sauce thinking you don't have prophecies. We all have prophecies. We all have a way in how we look at things. You know what I'm saying? So when you're looking at when we got our own prophecies and how we see things, we're in a space of where if you're looking at it from the right perception, the right point of view, you're looking at it from the space somewhere you become a slayer for all possibilities. You know what I'm saying? It's like things like that. Like things don't phase you no more in the physical realm, because it's like once you've seen what you've seen, and like once you seen the thing, like once God shows you the thing it wants you to see, everything else becomes like some hand me down shit. You're already you know where the real power is at. You know where the real where the real all time is at. And when you know how to get there, the whole perception is where you're looking at it from the point of where, oh shit, though, like I don't like whatever this came from, I know it was a foreign thought. And that foreign thought didn't I know it infinitely didn't come from God. At least the God I know. So whatever spirit or whatever individual, like, because then you can start, oh man. Oh, like, oh man, this. I wish I could explain it, because it, like, in my mind, I'm really there and I'm seeing things, and I wish I could explain it, because these words are so limited. They don't even take you to, like, it's like you can try your best to like take you to a certain space, but when you're there and you can see what you've seen, because the things I like, bro, it's like when you seen the things you see, it's like things happen, like, oh shit. Then it's like, oh shit, this is what's up. Like you're no longer a hater at that point, but it's like you gotta play a game. Look at that synchronicity. You hear that pop, pop, pop. When I say you gotta play a game, pop, pop, pop. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you gotta know how to look at these things. You know what I'm saying? And when you're playing that game, it's like, yeah, it's like it's like shit like that. It's like it's things seem like almost like the things you're doing, people have no choice but to, even if you're like, let's say you're saying things that you like let's say you're consecrated and you're saying things that don't make sense, at least to the audience, but for some reason, but you know where you're at in a spiritual realm, but things just don't make sense in the physical, because you probably didn't know how to articulate it down here. For some reason, the individuals have no choice but to fuck with what you're saying. They're just like, I don't know. I just fuck with this individual's vibe or this individual's energy, because that's what we, all of us as spirits, have the ability to do when you're doing something. You know what I'm saying? And when you're seeing something at the right instances, you're looking at things at the way and how it's supposed to be seen. So you're at the baby thought. You're at the thought that's we're all supposed to have. You know what I'm saying? So it's like no matter what, we all have the ability to have those powers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like no matter what, if you're a content creator and you're speaking shit like this, people have no choice but to fuck with you in general. So it's like deep. But yeah. Anyway, but it's like, yeah. And when you're seeing and when you're looking at things like this, things like become so much like simple to you. And when you see, when you make it, when like the spirit is like you start to dribble, like you start to like spiritually dribble, and and when you're dribbling, things like you got the vibe. You're like, oh shit, boom, boom, boom. You dribbling and shit. You can do it like turn around with your eyes closed, like with the ball, and then you start doing magic. You can start. It's like, oh, it's so fun. It's like, and like when you're doing things like that, you like when you can start like going to your people, and you can start like, and your people is like your internal nature, your internal chakras, your internal minds, all these things. You can start influencing them to do certain things. Like let's say they're flunked out right now, and you go to, it's like you go to your smartest scientists, your smartest spiritualists, and they do some witchcraft, and you talk to them, and then they point you to the direction of where it's like then you do the magic, and then you can put different feelings to yourself. And when you put in different feelings to yourself, it's like they thank you. It's like, yo, thank you. It's like, yo, LOL, that shit was funny. Like it's like they be typing to you and under esoteric galaxy GPS, and you it's like, bro, this is not fake. I don't swear to God, but I'm not saying that. But this is some real shit. Like you can really do things like this. Like you got the power, you got the juice now. You know what I'm saying? When you're looking at things like that, things become so much like it's like life becomes like any uh, opposing energy doesn't seem opposing to you. It's like that's how it's seen. You know what I'm saying? And we are seeing it from that perception, like things becomes like I don't know, things become simple. You know what I'm saying? And that's like when you're doing shit like that, like you always know yourself. It's like you always know where you came from. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm God's child, and I know that. If you know that, then you know that the only outcome you have is to win. This means win. Well, this means win. Whack and tackle. You know what I'm saying? With chapia, with chappy, with chapia, with chapia, with chappy. You know what I'm saying? We stars. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so when you're seeing shit like that, that's like things and like we don't and like where I'm from, but we don't even care about letters and signs and symbols. We create these things so that it becomes less. It becomes less to us. Shit just doesn't make sense to us. You know what I'm saying? You can try to make it make sense. You could be that individual just try just because you're like, yeah, but what about this? What can we like? It's like you got some individuals like man, and you got some individuals like I don't give a fuck. And it's like that. But most of the percentage I was like, yeah, I don't really give a fuck. The ones that try and they just because we're like the spiritual family. We're like where I'm from, like the real all, and with this other spirit, like they're in a space of where, yeah, it's like damn, you can't even explain it down here. I know that, but when if you're there, I just hope to the Lord somebody understands me down here. You know what I'm saying? I just hope. And if you understand me, then you know what I'm talking about. You're there too. You know what I'm saying? And we all have the ability, like we're supposed to be here to just come together as men and women and just to create our own neighborhood, create our own shit. The men builders and coming together and businesses, the woman knitting and clothing or whatever, and we just come together, and this is just a impact, a total big ass star down here, like a big ass cloud nine. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out Flightboss. You know what I'm saying? Our Flight Star Wars Volume 2. Go stream that. But yeah, and we are seeing this like that, like things become so much like fun, and things become like more objectively like the right way and how you see things. You know what I'm saying? So it's like no matter what, we create our own business, religion, education, entertainment, politics, and we come together and make this shit happen for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's like it's deep. You know what I'm saying? It's deep. You know what I'm saying? Don't go too deep, but if you can't swim, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, if you know how to swim, you cool. You can dive, you can do all types of moves, you can get all fluid, you can do all shit, you can do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Just know what the fuck you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And like when you're looking at things that the right way, the whole point is to see it from the space on where it's supposed to be seen. Like God always shows you the right way and how you see things. Like it never steers you the wrong path. You know what I'm saying? Like and and if you know how to see it in your life all the time, you'll know that it never went nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And like this coffee got me on 10. I ain't gonna lie. Chill. But anyway, yeah. But when you look at it from that perception, it's like, damn, it's like you know you see things the right way. You know what I'm saying? But and that's how you always want to see things at all times. You always want to be in that space at all times. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Because when you're in that space at all times, the whole objective of life, like just things work in your favor. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. So like I said, back to my point, when we're coming together and we're doing all this shit together, we have our own puppets we use. We have our and they're not even puppets like negative annotation about it. There's no space on where we know how they're part of us too. Like we don't gotta like you know what I'm saying, things like that. So it's like now you see in space and things was how it's supposed to be seen. You know what I'm saying? And we like and we you know what I'm saying. So we start we're in the right spaces on how we look at things. You know what I'm saying? And when you're in that space, we have people that we like. We have people that we like contact our spiritual tribe, our actual soul tribe that we contact down here for real, for when we all come together and we're doing things trickling down to the system to where we can use the people that we choose to be our puppets to represent themselves. So we have our own Donald Trump, we have our own Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris. You know what I'm saying? We have our own Barack Obamas. We have our own uh uh all that. I'm not into politics, so I wouldn't know all these presidents' names. But yeah, fuck politics. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. But yeah, we have our own politics, business, the real politics, the real business, religion, all that shit. We have the real shit, and we have our own when we run certain nations spaces we let's say we got someone running in New York, we got someone running in Arizona, we got someone running. Yes, we got people that run certain locations. You know what I'm saying? We got somebody running New Hampshire. We got somebody running Ohio Flybus. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. We have things that we just do together, and we have our own like um um magic and shit we do on our TV screens that make that means something to us. We have our own secret codes and inside jokes. That's what we want to be at all times. Real shit. Just Rockstar Pilot. We out this motherfucker.